I read the letter, I knew that I was about to turn up. I knew that what kind of are you? Like, what? First off, when I read the letter looked like chicken scratch. Straight off the bat, it looked like chicken scratch. So I'm trying to piece what he's saying in this 2-page letter. Okay, I'm trying to get it together. So I'm reading it. He telling her thank you for putting money on the books. How when he get out, they gonna be together. How he miss her and he been thinking about her. He's saying he's sorry in these letters. He like, can you please keep sending pictures? He like, I want to see another picture with you on the thong. Hold on. Another? You been sending this man pictures? Now I have females to tell me, oh, when I do it to my guy, I be thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? I have females tell me that, you feel me? But for someone to be having me locked up in the room, I've been just banging them consistently, like 40 going north. 40 going north. You've been sending him naked pictures. What? So he steady going on and on how much he love her and everything like that. And he can't wait until he see her again for the next visit. You've been going up. Wait a minute. Now, we all know visiting times, I promise you, because it threw me off. We all know visiting times is at a certain time. So I get on the computer. I pulled up there, the place, basically his residence, wherever he was being held at in jail. I pulled up all the information. And I'm looking for visiting times, right? So they kind of didn't have the visiting times on the web. So I called straight up. They're like, hey, when is, visitation, right? So I was talking to the lady. She was giving me the breakdown. But it was still like in the noon. It wasn't like you can't go see this person at 7 at night. 8 at night. So I know you wouldn't send them at night. And you've been telling me you going to work. And then when you go visit him, are you having conjugal visits? What kind of visits are you having? I had questions. See, I'm street smart. Now, book smart, I'm a C, but street smart, you ain't out beating me. So I was trying to place 2 and 2 together. So I was like, all right. I said, okay, she's still talking to him. So my feelings right there was like, I'm glad I'm doing me. But I'm going to turn it up a notch. You doing this to me? Watch what I'm finna see. When I was a teenager, it was all about, not the lick back, but it was all about, I'm going to outdo you, but I'm going to outdo you worse than you tried to outdo me. It was more like, not a get back, but it was more like, watch this type, right? So boom, I hear somebody come through the door. Immediately, I take the note and I shove it in my pocket. All right. That's Tracy. Tracy coming in. She like, hey, she happy. I'm like, hey. I'm like, I left the mail on the table. She like, huh? I'm like, I left the mail, on the table. She was like, oh, thank you so much. She went straight to the mail. She get the flicking through the mail. In the back of my mind now, since I know, like, not because Mary told me, but since I know, everything she doing look suspectish. I don't care if she going to the bathroom, whatever. It looks suspectish. Everything look like it's a suspect. You doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong, right? So she looking through the mail, and I'm just looking at her like, look at her. Probably looking for his letter. You know what I'm saying? In my pocket. You feel me? In my pocket. So I go to the bathroom, and I get to ripping up the letter, right? So she like, bae, you got some swishers. Now, she never really called me bae. So I was just like, nah, I'm like, I could go grab some. I really wanted to go grab some so I could be able to just throw the letter away that I ripped up. So boom, I did as such. We grabbed the swishers. She trying to cuddle up against me and stuff and chill with me. We trying to watch TV. But now I wasn't even doing it at all. But now it's just like I feel so disgusted. It's just like I just want to get away from you. But it's like, hey, come on, Rody Doty. You're kind of doing the same thing, but in a different way. But it's like, in a sense, you had me locked up in your room and you is basically still in love with your jail boyfriend. That's what we're going to call him, your jail boyfriend. You finna put me into a whole heated situation, right? So, boom. I lock in for a couple of days. Mary want me to get out that room. She like, hey, go to the building. I got to watch Melissa kids. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I got to go to the building anyway because I got to go watch Mia's son. Mia needed help. Mia all of a sudden had got like a temporary job. So she had a disability, but they was like temporarily letting her work. And so she was just like she had to be there. Like she couldn't miss it though. So I was like, what kind of job to tell? I'll play sick. Soon as you tell me, yeah. You gotta be here. I will play sick the first day just because you said I gotta. So she was just like, please make sure you're here on time. So Tracy, you know what I'm saying? She had to get ready to go to work. So as I'm getting myself together, she like, hey, I know I owe you a phone. She was like, I get paid today. I said, oh, no, I'm good. I'm like, I'm going to go look at a new phone next week. That's when Mary got paid. Because Mary told me when she get paid, she going to give me a new phone. So she was like, I'm sorry. She like, I felt like we was a little distance last night. In the back of my mind, like, yeah, you pretty much Gucci bait. That down there that ain't no longer mine. I feel like anytime you step, I don't care. Once I had you and you step out and do it with anybody else, that is a wrap. You probably was up there having conjugal visits. Like that was in my head. Rent free. It was in my head rent free. So I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I just really wasn't feeling good yesterday. She's like, well, why you didn't tell me? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I didn't want to bug you, right? So I was like, so I got to get ready to go to the building. She's like, you going to come back and spend a night with me? I'm like, I'll see. In the back of my mind, like, I am not coming back tonight. Like, I need to chill. I'll give you time so you go ahead and talk to your jail, but when he call you, I don't want you to miss the call. So that's why when she was having calls, she was dipping away on herself. Like, oh, I gotta take this call outside. I never thought nothing of it. I thought it was like for a mom or for any type of business. I wasn't thinking like she was going the extra mile talking to somebody and like, he can't take you on dates. He can't call you anytime he want to. When you get mad at him, he can't call you. He can't pop up. He can't nothing. You pursuing somebody. Like, I was so like really blown and I wanted to say something, but it was like, this was a point that I had to like really hold my tongue. You feel me? Boom. So I go ahead. I get ready to started getting ready to get dressed. So she like, can I get a kiss? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I want to give you a different kiss, though. She like, a different kiss? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, close your eyes. So she closed her eyes, and I held her by the back of her neck, and I started just rubbing it. She like, oh, that feels so good, right? I'm trying to see how can I get out of the gym, so I kissed her right here on the cheek. Like, and I started. She like, come on, give me a kiss and stop playing. I'm like, I just gave you a kiss. I'm like, no, we gotta wait because I'm like, I got a bone to pick with you. She like, what I do? So I'm like, I gotta get ready to go. I'm like, look, you know what I'm saying? The bus gonna be coming shortly, right? So I'm telling her the bus gonna be coming. I'm like, I had already tracked it. I'm like, the bus gonna be coming. So she like, okay, so give me a kiss. So I'm like, all right. Wow, I kissed her, but it was so fast. It was like, it almost like I hit her because she was like, ooh. I knew it hurt because I was like, it was like one of those kisses like I don't want to give it to you and I'm angry and I'm mad and ill. It was like I gave her a kiss like if her breath stank. You know, one of them kisses like, you don't want to kiss nobody that breath stank. So it was like one of real quick. Boom. I leave out. I get on the bus. I make it towards the building way. Mia there. She gets dressed. Sleepy's there. So I'm like, I had to straight up ask him. I couldn't keep asking her. So while she getting her personal stuff, I say, hey, I'm like, you always up here. You sure on day? He like, nah. He like, this is my smoking partner. This is my buddy. Woo, woo. So then I see her get him like a nice little thick, you know what I'm saying, or some paper, some money. So me being a friend, I knew that she kind of had a disability and she was taking pills and she was very helpful. And people was always trying to use her, either run over on her. I was like, what's that for? And so he was like, oh, no, no, no. He like, I need it for something. I'm going to pay her back. So, wait, first off, you supposed to be pushing that weight. What you mean? You shouldn't even be having your hand out in case you doing a transaction. So she was like, oh, no, he just need a little help. Woo, woo. And I told him I had his back and da-da-da. And so he like, yeah, don't worry, I'm going to pay it back. We always do this. So I'm looking at him. She like, yeah, but the last time you ain't paid my $300 back. So I'm looking like, He like, no, 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 but I gotta trust me. I ain't gonna do it like that. I'm like, okay. I'm like, when you got her? He like, around the 15th, around about the 15th. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, I'm gonna make sure. I'm like, how much you give him? She like, $500. He like, I just need to re-up. But then he was telling his friends like how slow she was. And then it was getting back to me that he was just basically using her and being around her and smoking with her, but just to get money. She was cooking for him, everything. So I was like, I got to find a way to get this dude away from her. Straight up, because like, yo, I don't like that. Like, don't play with somebody that's, you know what I'm saying, super vulnerable all the time. You know what I'm saying? She's, you know what I'm saying, like, she's a kind-hearted person, and now you just playing with her. But okay, I got you. So I got you on the back burner. You ain't all the way in the back, but you on that back burner. I got you, and I'm gonna turn it up a notch. So boom, he goes, she leave. So I still got my sidekick. So Mary hit me up. Mary like, hey, I'm down here at Lala crib. So I go down there. Boom, I ain't doing nothing. I go down there towards Lala crib. Lala there. Lala smoking. So Lala like, look, I was gonna step out, but I'm having a big, you know what I'm saying, a big smoke out. The kids gonna be with their grandma. So if you want to, you could come over here and kick it and woo, woo, woo. So I'm like looking at, I'm like, yeah. So we in the room. So I'm checking Mary out. So Lala like, look, I'm gonna run to the store. So she dips, she goes to the store. So Mary looking at me, I'm looking at Mary. She like, you want to do a quickie? So I'm like, what? She was just always about that. I'm like, what? She like, do you want to do a quickie? I'm like, who said I'm gonna come quick? She like, I know how. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how to make, like, whoa, like, oh, so you think you got the key, huh? You know how to unlock it? Like, okay, let me see. Like, when a girl start talking like that, let me see. Because if you can't, like, you got me hooked. Man, we did a quickie, man. Boom. It was definitely quick. I got it. Shorty got gifts. I was just down there. I didn't feel bad because I felt like Tracy was doing her, this and that and the third. So I'm like, I'm finna get on Lala computer and check my messages, right? I was gonna check, like, because I was, you know, at the time, I was on social media still heavy. I always been on social media. So I'm on social media, it's a knock on the door. So all of a sudden I hear Mary say, hey, Tracy, what you doing here? She like, oh, they pushed my shift back. So I was on the computer and I turned around, and so she was walking. Now, you know, she's tall. So, you know, they got them long legs. So her walk was like a few steps, and she was over there by me on the computer. And I was, you know, like how you're about to accept somebody request, but you click on the profile and it take you all the way to their profile, their pictures, everything pop up. So she saw that. She like, who is that? I'm like, nobody. I'm like, she sent me a follow. So she was like, okay. So she like, you're not gonna follow her or whatever. You're not gonna follow her back. So she tells me to come to the room. So we go to one of the kids' room, me and her talking. And she was like, look, I get off a little late, but Lala say she throwing a little card thing and a little smoke out. So I'll be over this way. So you don't gotta go to my house if you want to just stay here and kick it. I said, hi. She like, you know, I'm nowhere but like 15. She was only 15 minutes away, her job, from Lala crib. She was farther now that she's at the new home. Because remember, she used to stay in the building. So I'm like, all right, I might kick it with Lala or whatever. She like, okay. She's like, I wanted to let you know that. Now, here's the deal. Anytime Tracy told me she had to be at work, she was at work. Now, all of a sudden, so I'm not going to cap it. Came in my mind. Did she go see a conjugal visit? Did she go visit him? You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, I just knew I just wasn't going to touch her in that order. Boom. Mary like, hey, I'm going to just probably go to the store and make some tacos. So she said, I'm going to grab some taco stuff and woo-woo. When Lala come back, just tell her I'll be back. So boom, Mary like, you want to come with me? And I was like, oh no. I'm like, you know, looking at her like, not like, girl, come on now. You going to say that? I'm like, no. So boom, she look at me. She like, all right, you want anything back from the store? I'm like, no. She like, okay. And she rolled her eyes. She dipped. I get back on the computer. Boom. Now I'm messaging. I'm low key. I don't care. I'm low key now. I'm thinking Tracy is still in the room. So I'm messaging this girl, right? So I'm on the gram. We going back and forth. So she sent me a picture. And you know, like when somebody send you a picture on the gram, it ain't like it's an itty bitty picture. When you click on it, you got a big picture. Man, Tracy saw that picture, and the girl, she was like in a halter top. She had like little shorts. She was bending over. She was all oiled up. Tracy like, oh, so you entertaining some? Boy, she smacked me. She like, you talking to other females? I'm like, I'm not talking to nobody. I'm like, what's wrong with you? So now me and her, we are arguing. We're going back and forth. So she took her phone. She had her phone. She like, I swear to God, you know what? And she took her phone, and I'm not, I kid you not, she was so angry. She threw her phone. Now, mind you, these are concrete walls. Threw the phone towards the wall. That bad boy said, Schlock. I said, why you do that? She like, you talking to other girls. This is the second time we catch you on the computer, blah, blah, blah. She going off. Boom, she storms out. I did not go storm out behind her. So she leaves. Whatever. I don't care. Lala comes back. I get off the computer. I tell Lala what happened. I straight up tell Lala what went down. Like, look, Lala, this what happened, blah, blah, blah. She like, Tracy got to work on her temper. Straight like that. So everybody started coming. It started getting late that night. Everybody started coming. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody. The twins, the two twins, that one of the two, now both of the twins liked to marry, but two of the twins, it was another guy didn't know her. They called him Fish. He had a mouth like a fish. And it was a lot of people. And we playing cards, having a good time. So Lala tells me like, hey, you see the guy that's sitting there while we was in the kitchen? I'm like, yeah. She like, yeah, we call him Fish, but he been cool with us for a while. Mary and, you know, they used to be married boyfriend. I'm like, excuse me? First off, the dude was a hot, girl, you out here doing anything. That blew me. But I looked at her, I said, what you mean? She said, yeah, they was talking for a while, but I think Mary broke it off with him.